Hello class 4. I hope you are doing fine and also utilizing your time wisely for your studies. Well, today we are back again with a new lesson, of course, and this time it will be from geography. I thought of starting with chapter 5, natural resources. Okay, what do we mean by the term resources? By resources we mean whatever we get or the things or the products that we get for our day-to-day survival. Okay, they are the products or the things which are essential to our lives and without which it is very difficult to survive. Now, when we talk about natural resources, we specifically mean that the resources we get from nature, okay, nature, and that all comes for free. For an example, the most important natural resource that is unanimously used all over the world is the source of water. So water is a resource without which we cannot live, isn't it? So water is also called life. The other name of water is life because it is truly life-giving. Now, so nature has gifted us with many useful things such as air, water, mineral, plants and animals, birds, flowers, fruits, etc. and so on. So these valuable useful substances that are found in nature are called natural resources. So these are that was the definition of natural resources. Now, again, to classify it, we will find that there are two types of natural resources. First, renewable resource. Second, non-renewable resource. Now, renewable resource means that can be renewed. Something that cannot be reused, renewed. Okay. And non-renewable means which cannot be. Why we insist you to use paper bags, cloth bags when you go out for shopping, because when we use or when we choose plastics which are actually harming the environment because they are not renewable, okay, so they cannot be recycled and as a result they stay on the surface of the earth as a wasted product which cannot be degraded into the soil. So renewable resource and non-renewable resources are the two different types. All right. Now, renewable resources replace themselves by natural processes so that they are never completely used up, such as soil and water. However, non-renewable resources are limited amounts and can be replaced easily, such as minerals. Okay, so they can be replaced easily and they are not something which we can go on using. They have a limited resource on the earth's surface. So the table that you have on page 41, that is to be learned, children. Okay, renewable or inexhaustible resources, or we call non-renewable or exhaustible resources that can be exhausted. Exhausted means after repeated usage, when a certain product comes to an end, when certain product gets finished. So we have to use those very wisely. All right. Why do we need to conserve, or why there is a need for conservation? Because natural resources are essential for our life. We are using up natural resources faster than they can be replaced. Overuse of fossil fuels to generate energy has resulted in the pollution of the environment. So, we are using up natural resources faster than they can be replaced. This is very true. We need to conserve our environment and also we have to take care of the future generation. All right. So, when you all are 34 children in a class, or be it 40 in the class, if someone has not brought tiffin or 5 of them have forgotten to bring their tiffin, you all share, isn't it? So why do you share? Because you want to share your resources with the other 5 children. So you are saving something for others. It is the same way we do it for our natural resources. We should not use the available natural resources to such an extent that they get drained out. We have to save something for our future. overuse of fossil fuels means fossil fuels, children, they are the coal, petroleum and natural gas. These three are the main fossil fuel. Why they are called fossil fuels? Because these three are found inside the sedimentary rocks, okay, that are found under the ocean. Now, these sedimentary rocks, in these sedimentary rocks, we actually find the fossils. And when the dead plants and animals die, when the plants die, and year after year, after 1,000 years, the buried plants and plants, they produce coal, okay. And when the animals die, and around about for 1,000 years, there are deposition of different materials onto these plants, onto these animals, then we get the petroleum. So basically they are found in the on the sedimentary rock or within the sedimentary rock, within the layers of the sedimentary rocks. So they are called the fossil fuels, okay. We are using them excessively. Where we are using them? We are using them in the industries. Okay, several industries, iron and steel industry, coal industry, then we have the petrochemical industry, then we have the refineries. Everywhere we are utilizing energy derived from coal and petroleum. Okay, so we are giving excessive stress on these two particular fossil fuels. But we have to keep in mind that we cannot do querying, we cannot take out coal so much that we will fall short of it. We have to think about our future. So there is a need for conservation. All right. Now, so we have to think about our future, and we have to save accordingly. Now we are coming to the natural resource, water. Human beings, plants and animals need water to live. We all need water to live. Plants cannot survive without water. We cannot survive without water. Okay, the earth is made up of 3/4 portion of the water and only 1/4 portion of the land. So water is the essential element of our earth. So most of the earth's surface is covered by water. So it is known as the blue planet. And also because the water makes it looks blue from the space. So if I ask you why is the earth called the blue planet, then you will write, as the earth's surface is made up of 3/4 portion of the water, it looks blue from the space. If we take satellite images, what are satellite images? Satellites actually do the work of human beings. When we click for photographs here sitting or standing on the earth's surface, the satellites go to the space and they start clicking the photos of whom? Of the entire universe, of the earth, or the happenings of the other planets. Everything they can capture. So when we took the photograph from the satellites of the earth, it shows that the earth looks blue, beautiful blue. So that is why the scientists have come to a conclusion that as the 3/4 portion of the earth's surface is covered with water or the water bodies, that is why the earth is called a blue planet. All right. Okay, however, only 2.8% of this water is fresh water, and that can be used by humans. The rest, that is 97.2% is salty and not fit for use. So, only 2.8% of the water is fresh water. Fresh water means the water which comes from the melting of the snow, and the water which eventually join the rivers, the ponds, and the small streams. All right, but the major portion, that is 97.2, is available as salty water. Salty water we cannot drink, isn't it? Can we drink the water of the oceans? No. Can we drink the water of the salty lakes? No, because they are not suitable for human consumption. So only 2.8% is available for our use. Therefore, the amount of fresh water is scarce and must be used wisely. So, the fresh water we have to use wisely. From the very, early childhood, you are being taught to save water, isn't it? Close the tap when it is not in use. You have to go to the washroom. Don't, while brushing, you have to close the tap. When you are using the washroom shower, you have to be wise. You have to often use the wet tissues all the time. Please stop using the water. Okay, so much lessons on water you have got from your early kindergarten days. So you already know that we have to be wise in using the water. Now, rainwater is the main source of fresh water on earth. A large amount of rainwater flows into ponds, lakes and rivers. So this water is known as surface water. So the water which flows on the surface of the earth is called surface water, okay, because it is flowing above, okay. The rainwater that seeps into the earth is called the underground water. It can be taken out by digging open wells, tube wells and hand pumps. So the amount of water that flows on the surface of the earth is called the surface water, and the portions of the water that get seeped into the earth's surface through the layers of the soil and gets deposited in the under the surface of the earth is called underground water. What are the different sources by which we can take out the water? By means of hand pumps, tube wells, okay, wells, etc. Now we are coming to the use of water. Water is used for personal domestic uses such as drinking, bathing, cooking, we all know it, washing, etc. It is used in irrigation. Water is used for industrial purposes such as extracting natural gas from rocks, paper making and other industrial processes. So it is not only that we use water for our domestic uses, for our personal uses, but also the industries require water in large scale. If there is no river around, an industry cannot flourish. If there is no supply of steady water, any big industry cannot survive in that particular region. So it is equally important for the industries and also for the domestic purposes that we use water widely. Okay. Now we will see what are the uses of water in irrigation. We know that India is an agricultural country. That means half of the population of India are farmers, are dedicated farmers who just irrigate the land, grow the crops just to just to give the food to us, okay, just to grow the food for us. So they are our food giver actually. So the farmers use water extensively as they are needed to grow the crops. They need water to irrigate their fields and ensure that the crops grow well. The water for irrigation through water tanks, canals and dams, so on. So the three main methods: water tanks, canals and dams. The water stored in dam is used for the generation of electricity, irrigation and other purposes as well. These dams therefore are called multi-purpose projects. Some important multi-purpose projects are Bhakra Nangal Dam built on the river Satluj and Damodar Valley project on the Damodar river. So a major use of the water is through constructing a dam. Okay, a dam is built with the purpose of giving enough water to the nearby fields or the crop fields. Okay, that is the one of the major use. And the second use is to make the water usable for generating electricity. So when we create a building or a monument made of cement, and we try to capture or trap the river water, okay, then we actually call it dam. So here in India we have many dams which are actually called the multi-purpose projects. So among them we have Bhakra Nangal Dam and the Damodar Valley project. All right. So children, we will read till here today. Next day we will carry on with the chapter and we'll see what else or in what ways we actually can use the valuable resource called water. Till then, take care.